Finally, on China. News reports continue to suggest that President Trump is close to cementing an agreement with Beijing that, unfortunately for America, for American workers, would fall far short of expectations. Earlier this week, the New York Times reported that China is drafting new laws on foreign investment to pacify the United States. But those new laws do not include any changes to how China forces American business to transfer technology and know-how as the cost of doing business. Our best companies, if they were allowed to sell in China unfettered, they'd have huge amounts of profit and they'd employ huge more amounts of people here in America. China doesn't let that happen while they can sell freely here. The president was right to target China. The president was right to impose tariffs on China. The president will have taken defeat out of the jaws of an almost victory if he now backs off for the sake of a photo op or some brief changes in what China purchases and forsakes American wealth, American workers, which China is stealing our wealth, unemploying our workers every single day. If President Trump accepts a short-term purchase of American goods in exchange for a reduction in our tariffs without structural reform to China's predatory trade practices, shame on him. If he thinks that photo op will help him, it won't. If he thinks temporary little bump in China buying more soybeans or more steel products will help, it won't. He will lose. Because one of the best things that he's done, something I've praised him for, and many other Democrats and many other Americans have, will be gone. I've given the president credit publicly when he's taken on China. Americans, as I said, have lost millions, trillions of dollars of wealth, millions of jobs to Chinese IP theft. The president's been right to challenge China on those issues, and his tariffs have brought China to the negotiating table. But now that China's at the table, President Trump must not walk away without achieving what he set out to achieve. In short, to cut an unacceptable deal, a weak deal, a photo op deal, at this stage would be to squander a historic moment to put American businesses, workers, and inventors on a level playing field at long last. And it would be viewed as a capitulation by the president on one of his signature issues. It would be the inverse of what he did on North Korea. I yield the floor and note the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will call the roll.